So in this video from Casio Help, we're looking at the TE-100 and 2000 again. We're still on receipt header message programming, so this video follows on from a previous one where I've demonstrated how to switch from the graphic header to the text header. So we've gone from having the default graphic watermark on the top of the receipt to the text message at the top. And we're now going to show you how to customize that with your shop name, telephone number, VAT number, whatever you want to put on there. There's a couple of pages of the manual I'll be using, so the overall control of these settings is on page 48, so I'll be following this flow chart. Then I'll be looking obviously at the character entry and then the memory code and the program code. Through this table, each line that you can edit has its own memory and program code, and I'll be going straight over the ones that Casio have used for the Your Receipt Thank You call again. So there'll be memory code 02, 3, 4 and then program code 32. Okay, and then the character entry I've covered before and we'll also cover later on in the video. So let's get straight on with it. So it's key round to PGM, 2 subtotal because we're doing character programming, and then now we're going to tell the till what line we want to edit. So that's 02, 32, and that's the information that I've got from the memory number and the program code on the chart I just showed you. Then once you've typed in that, it's subtotal, and you can now enter the characters that you want to appear on this line of the receipt header. I'm going to do my double size, so there's a double size key which you can just see. It's the post receipt button, but it also has double size written on the front of it. The issue with that button is you have to press it before each character entry. So I've got to try and remember to do that while explaining what else I'm up to. I'm going to give the top line of my receipt header the name Casio Help. So I've pressed double size and then I'm going to go C. Now if you see my previous videos, you'll notice that I don't have the full keyboard, so I've got to type in the codes for some of the letters. A of course is one of those, so to get the A I need to type in 65 and then press the dot. And I've forgotten to press the double size as I predicted I would. It's not a problem because I can use the delete button, which is on these. It's this decimal point key here, which you can just about see on the video. So you see I press delete and it's got rid of the A. So I'm going to go double size. Now I'm going to type in my code for A, which is 65 dot. You can see that little funny indicator there tells you that you're in double size, which reminds me to press it again before the S. The S is another key I don't have the button for because this is a second-hand machine and my buttons, a lot of them have been destroyed when the machine's been reprogrammed, but it's not a problem because I can type in the code for S, which is on 83. Double size I, double size O. I'm going to pop in a space, so the space button's next to double size just down here. So I've got Casio space and then I want to put in H for help, so I'm going to double size. I'll show you where I'm getting these random codes from for the character entry. So the buttons that I don't have, so I don't have an A and a B and I don't have a H, I'm referring to the character code chart on page 54 of the manual. So I'm looking for capital H has code 72. So the way it works is you type in 72, decimal point, and the till knows you need the H. So onto E, so I'm pressing double size again, then E, double size again, and then L, and double size, and finish with the P. To save the character entry on the Casios, it's 00. So that's line 1 finished. To save that line, you press cache. And if you were only programming that line, you could now press subtotal and turn the key back to the reg mode or go on to other programming. We're not going to do that. We're jumping to the next line. So again, I'm referring back to the chart on page 50. So we've replaced 0232, your receipt, we replaced that with Casio help, we think. So now we're going to type in 0332. And we're going to press subtotal. And now we're going to type in what we want to appear on line 2. So what's currently says thank you. I'm going to pop in the website address because that's always a bit fiddly to put in. So I'm not going to use the double size characters. What I'm going to do is use, if I can remember how to do it, I'm going to type in the shift button to get, well, I've lost my shift button as well. I should have checked this before I started filming, but I'll be able to see where it is. Where are we? So I've lost the shift key. When the machine's been reprogrammed, shift is down there. So this will be interesting. I'll have to program in the whole website using the coded format. So I'm working exclusively off the codes here. So I'm going to start with a W, little w, which is character code 119. So 119 dot 119 dot 119 dot. That gives me my www, and then the decimal point itself is character code 46. And then I'm looking for spelling out Casio help, so I need the C. Which is 99. A, lowercase, 97. B, 98 obviously. B, what do I need B? Delete again, is that button there? I need S. 115. I, 105. Casio, so I need the O, 111. And then H is 104. E is 101, L is 108, P is 112, then I need, so that's www.casiohelp, and then I need a dot, press the delete key, and that's fine. All I've done is delete the P, haven't I? Might have to stop talking to make sure I put this in correctly. So that's my P back in, and then instead of the decimal point I put in 46 dot, which gives me my dot. Then I'm co.uk, so that's 99 dot 111 dot 46 dot, and then UK is 117 dot and 107 dot. Okay, 00, cash amount end. Now I can look at line. I can actually feed the receipt on a bit just to see what we've got so far. Okay, so I've got Casio help and www.casiohelp.co.uk. Okay, so that's quite tricky to put that in. I'm used to the more modern machines where you either do it on a phone or on a on your laptop. I haven't done an old school one like this. The worst case is I'm used to typing it in here rather than having to put codes in each time. So okay, let's not get too distracted. So I'm going back to the main bit of the manual again. I've done lines 1 and 2. Well, effectively they're 2 and 3 actually. I don't know why they do it that way. So I've now pressed cache, so I need to type in the memory code and the program code for the next line, which is going over cool again. So that needs to be 0432. Then I press subtotal, and now I can type in what I want on my bottom line. Obviously you're not restricted to 3 lines, you can have 6 lines, you can have commercial messages, you can have bottom messages, as long as you remember, or as long as you understand that I'm getting the information from this part of the manual to choose my line. I'm putting the characters in, and then I'm putting all that information into the overall flowchart. So on my bottom line I'm going to have a phone number. So I'm going to start with TEL. Of course I don't have a T on here, so I'm going to have to refer back to my character codes. So I'm going to go with capital T, which is on, it's 84. So 84 dot, and then a capital E, 69 dot, and then a capital L, 76 dot, and then a colon, I guess it is, 58 dot, pop in a space, and now numbers. You can enter the numbers in a different way, but I'm going to, because I haven't got the shift key, it's a bit more complicated, so I'm going to use them on the, I'm going to keep with the character codes, I'm kind of in the zone of doing that, so I'll just go through, and it's a made up phone number, 48 dot, 49 dot, 50 dot, 51 dot, 52 dot, so that's 01234, pop in a space, which I think is the area code for Bedford, I think. And then, where did I get up to? 5 would be 53 dot, 54 dot, 55 dot, 56 dot, 57 dot, 58 dot, and let's go back to the start, 48 dot. I'm going to delete those last two, I think I've made a mistake without realising it. Dot, dot. So after the 9, what am I trying to pop in? 48 dot. That's better. Put in another one. There we go. Okay. So again, 00, save, cash amount 10, and now because we're at the end, I'm only programming these 3 lines because I don't think anyone's got the patience to watch a 3-hour video of me trying to program this. So I'm at this point of the flow chart, so instead of going back and putting in another memory code and program code to program a different line, I'm just going to press subtotal, which will save it. So you can see my phone number's now there. So if I turn the key back around to reg, pop in a quick sale. So I've got my header message in, so it's Casio help, www.casiohelp.co.uk. You'll notice that it's all left justified, whereas on the default message it's all centered. So you can have it left justified. It's a bit more fiddly, but the way you work it out is if you know the total number of characters you can have per line is 24, and you then work out how many characters you're using for that line. So if we looked at the Casio help top one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So they're double sized. They actually count as 18 plus the space is 19. And so 19 out of 24, you'd have to put in 2 spaces at the start to get it centered. Obviously, it's not going to be exactly centered because you've got an odd number, and then you'd use the same principle with the rest of them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 9, that's 19 again for that line. So you'd put 2 spaces in and that would center them. But it's up to you, there's nothing wrong with having them left justified, it's personal preference, but if you want them left justified, that's the only way of doing it on this sort of machine. You have to manually count the spaces and pop them in. Okay, I hope that video's been useful. Well done if you're still watching it at the very end. I've got other videos, shorter ones, explaining how to program and use the Casio TE range of machines, so you're welcome to check those out. You can also subscribe to this YouTube channel or visit casiohelp.co.uk for more. Thanks for watching.